Hi! Hello everyone, this is Aegon of Astora, and welcome back to my blind playthrough of Elden Ring. This is episode number 44, being recorded on Sunday, April the 23rd, 2023. I hope you're having a fantastic day whenever it is you find yourself watching this. So, we find ourselves back at the Sellia Hideaway. Because as I mentioned at the start of the previous episode, we do have some unfinished business here. I'm not sure whether we'll actually be able to address it, but I thought we would just have a look and see if, maybe there was an answer inside of the cave itself. So that's why we're here. And I do have some other items here on my list, but yeah, we're just going to leave that for now. And see if maybe we can strike this from our to-do list. So this is the same day, at least for the start of this episode. I doubt I'll be able to record the entirety of this episode today, but this is the same day on which the end of the previous episode was recorded. Which is to say, I'm still processing that whole sequence of events with the Prince of Death and Fia and Dee, and just so much happened in the last little bit of that episode. So yeah, fascinating stuff, I think. And yeah, with all of the upgrades and whatnot that we've now done to our weapon, we are just at an absurd level of upgrade, I guess, with our weapon. Okay, so obviously all of the various illusory walls are already taken care of here. This is that friend we can damage with healing. Ooh, sacrificial twig. Wow, that's a pretty amazing drop to have. So we're looking for a gate. I've learned I just can't trust the slugs. Didn't even see you, friends. Ouch. Well played. Okay, so we were just down, I think. We've dealt with that friend. Dealt with that friend. So or have we dealt with the friend down here? Gosh, I'm already turned around here. How are you still alive? Wow. Okay, so there's the gate. That's where we fought the Wraith friend, whatever they're called. Seal can only be broken by a seal breaker. Is it supposed to be a spell or something? Or a staff? Yeah, I'm more or less at a loss at this point. Alrighty, well. Visions of something incredible, but how do I access the incredible thing? Yeah, I'm really not sure. Okay then, so I guess we'll just put that to the bottom of our thing, loose ends, right at the bottom, and return to that later. This has been dealt with. So next on our list then is it the Wyndham Catacombs? I think it's the... Which one did we unlock first? It's the Unsightly Catacombs, then the Sage's Cave, then the Wyndham Catacombs. Not that it really matters, but yeah. Here we go.
No. I need to do better than this. This will never kill a god. I can do better than this. It needs to slay a bloody god.
Okay. Okay. So I came here because I was thinking, you know, we didn't check Fia's bed. Nor the place where we ended up finding Fia and D. So he's also in on the plot, seemingly.
Oh, it's you. Don't pay me any mind, it's not important. Just lay out your arms.
It's definitely important. Wow, that's really interesting. So we came here earlier in the playthrough and he was praying. I didn't get it on camera. It didn't capture any footage of it, I should say. Even though, yeah, I probably should have, but wow. He's still muttering.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
No, I'm here to talk about your teacher.
I can hear it from across the way.
Okay, alright. Okay, yeah, I wasn't gonna include any footage from this warp until, yeah, we went around the corner and heard that. So, very interesting stuff. No, this, it needs to be better. It needs to kill a god. Alright then. So, if it wasn't immediately obvious, the reason why we're doing these areas first is, as I mentioned in an earlier episode when we were in Caelid, you know, due to viewer demand, and yeah, I guess fair enough, preferences being voiced about how I was exploring the areas. Everyone wants me to just do the caves and catacombs as I find them. But of course, you know, I discovered these ones under the old system. So, you know, once we get these out of the way, from now on, we're just going to do all of the dungeons as we find them. So that's why we're marking these or checking these off our list first before going on to anything else. Let's see how unsightly these catacombs are. Certainly sounds unsightly enough. Looks like misbegotten friends? Yeah, misbegotten friends. Who were one-shotting. That looks just like Master Hugh. Yeah, same sort of weird pustule things on their back. Oh, you are a massive friend. So that confirms that Master Hugh is in fact misbegotten, I think. Okay, we're gonna go up before down. Old Fang. Grey Violet. Is this one of those Fell Omen friends? It is. Exactly what I was thinking, friend. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh no. Oh, that was really silly. I should have... If I had dropped down there, we could have just opened the thing. The boss door. That still works, I suppose. Doggle. Okay, we got another shot at it here. Beautiful. Uh-oh. Here he comes. Tried to parry there, but the dialogue box was still open. Oh, apologies. 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 Yeah, not quite on the level of the carvings from Dark Souls, but yeah, I appreciate them all the same. There are many of them in here. Oh, dreadful. Or, if they're in that deep sleep, in theory, winged misbegotten ashes. Yeah, that works. Rather not kill him if we don't need to. Alright, that works. Oh, so that would have been another way for us to access the switch. Very clever. Make sure there's no items over here. No. Yeah, again, the design of these dungeons is a fair bit better than I was giving credit for earlier in the game, so happy for that. Let's see what the boss has in store. Oh, stop it. Oh, okay. Okay, bad start. Really bad start. Oh no, that's bad. Wow, yeah, not my best performance. Yeah, I tried to be cute. Tried to parry the perfumer. Long-haft axe. No, okay. Large iron axe with a long handle, weapon of the maltreated misbegotten. Making use of the force generated by its length, this weapon's resentment charged blows are difficult to stop. Resentment charged blows. Oh gosh darn it. Oh no. Oh gosh darn it. Oh, I guess I didn't need to be up there. This is actually where we're going, so that's totally fine. Oh, that's dreadful. Oh, man. What has this game done to me? I'm laughing at that. What am I, Logan Paul or something? I'm going to downvote this message because it just makes it annoying having to read the message before going through the gate. And then, yeah, I guess we'll summon... It'd probably be better to summon Latenna, because then we don't have to worry about healing afterwards to make it a fair fight, you know? Okay, I think that actually turns it into an unfair fight. But that's okay. I have no issue with that personally. Perfumer Tricia. We also got another pair of ashes as well. Winged Misbegotten Ashes. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell. Used to summon the spirit of a winged misbegotten. A spirit with the aspect of wings which takes flight to loose arrows from its bow. The misbegotten are held to be a punishment for making contact with the crucible, and from birth they are treated as slaves or worse. Used to summon the spirit of Tricia the Perfumer. Tricia was once known as a healer who dedicated her efforts to treating misbegotten, omen, and all those seen as impure. When her efforts failed, she was their companion as they died, watching over them to ensure that they could pass peacefully free of pain. A tale akin to the origins of the deathbed companions. That also brings to mind the whole idea of Mother Teresa, and I know that Mother Teresa is controversial. Yeah, I don't feel particularly strongly about Mother Teresa in either direction, but that's what that brings to mind, except that, yeah, if I recall, Mother Teresa had a weird thing about suffering and you know, suffering bringing people closer to God, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it just because I don't really know what I'm talking about there, but that's sort of what comes to mind. But I'm likely not fully correct about that. Anyways, let's head back to the entrance. Or can we just warp from here? We can, now that we've defeated the boss. Okay, so next on our list is the Sage's Cave. Alrighty, here we go. That would have been an eventful cave. Just get there and be like, what the heck? That's all it is. Let's turn around and go back. Oh, those who live in death. Oh, whoop. Okay. So I was gonna say, I don't think we can make that jump. Oh, rejuvenating boluses. What are those rejuvenating against? Deathblight. Okay, good. It's good to know. Lost Ashes of War. We have so many golden runes now. It's bonkers. Certainly not going to complain. Oh, I should have buffed our weapon just to make it easier. Oh, why do you have so much poise? Oh, gosh darn it. The fancy hat friend. I always appreciate a good hat on a skeleton, as I explained in an earlier episode. Due in no small part to my affinity for Wonderboy 3 The Dragon's Trap. Okay, I'm getting major Blair Witch vibes. With this friend just sitting with his face in the corner. Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay, interesting. I guess they wanted you to hit the wall? And that's why they put him in the corner? Obscuring the treasure chest? I don't know, kind of a strange setup. Wow. This sage had a lot of treasure. I don't trust any of these treasure chests. Dragon Wound Grease. Raptor Talons. Claw comprised of 2 sharp, thin blades wielded by the assassins of Ravenmount. This weapon allows them to imitate the attacks of deathbirds. Besides excelling at airborne attacks, its charge attack mimics the vicious swoop of a bird of prey. Golden Great Arrow. Carved great arrows made together with the Erdtree great bow deals holy damage, imbued with an oath-sworn incantation, which boosts the attack and defense of the archer and their nearby allies. Oh. Wow. Gotta love it. Raptor's black feathers. And skeletal mask. Skeletal mask that tightly grips the face, worn by the assassins of Ravenmount. This ritual implement relentlessly digs into the wearer's face, preserving one's human instincts while dressed in imitation of the deathbirds. Why would you want to imitate the deathbirds? Robe crafted with the black feathers of a bird of prey, worn by the assassins of Ravenmount. A ritual implement for transforming into a deathbird, if only by imitation. Strengthens jump attacks. We are birds of prey, bringers of death. I think, somewhere, it was either in this area, or maybe it was the village of Albenorix, where we came across a friend. Oh, that's where the boss fight is, okay. Where we came across a friend that was wearing that garb, I believe. And how do we want to handle this? I guess we can always just jump back up. And yeah, I remember at the time I said, oh, is that the Bloody Crow of Canehurst? Oh, what? So there are 2 bosses? Okay. So that one message said try left and then right. Okay, so we'll take that advice. Necromancer. Oh, wow, that is a good message then. Because presumably if you don't take out the Necromancer first, then you're going to have a bad time in the other boss fight. Fascinating. Family heads. 3 bludgeoning copper heads attached to a handle by chains. Signature weapon of the Necromancer Garris, the heretical sage. The heads were made to resemble those of his wife and 2 children. Oh, that's... yeah. Unique skill, Familial Rancor. Gently rattle the copperheads to summon vengeful spirits that chase down foes. The anguish of a spouse and children invites accursed wrath. Okay, that's very pleasant. Okay, so now we need to head back. I wish I could upvote that one message many times. Black Knife Assassin. Oh, okay, well played, friend. I could not even see you. Okay, that's potentially going to be an issue. Okay, well you can see their footsteps. I assume her footsteps, because we did learn, I think, that the Black Knives are women. The Black Knife Assassins, I should say. Are you joking? Okay. How have we not hit her once? Dreadful. I feel like you really just have to get lucky. Oh, what? Yeah, Goblin didn't stand a chance. I'm really quite surprised that we survived that. Concealing Veil, talisman put together from dark cloth with a lustrous sheen. Completely conceals the wearer's presence while crouching at a distance from foes. Part of one of the concealing veils used by the assassins on the night of the Black Knives. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm going to say that has some pretty limited use case. I'm sure someone has or will or is in the process of coming up with a cool build idea for that, but yeah. Don't know how useful that will be for us personally. So, gosh, I'm definitely not making full use of our 3 slots here. Yeah, I guess it couldn't have hurt to have extra poise. It's not really a lot we need right now. We're pretty much just stomping everything. So, yeah. Albinaurix being hung or hanged having been hanged in here, which is not nice. And you can see their legs have essentially withered away. Remember old Albus sort of crawling around. And likewise, Latenna can't go anywhere. She just remains in one spot. Oh, rip. Albinarch friends, I'm sorry. Okay. First off, well done. Okie dokes. So yeah, I presume that the other boss would have essentially raised that boss from the dead, which would have been quite annoying to deal with, I would imagine. So yeah, let's go to the Wyndham Catacombs. Oh, that was silly of me. So this appears to be one of the more conventionally designed dungeons. Might end up kicking myself for saying that, of course. You know, sometimes an elevator is just an elevator, and I appreciate those times. And likewise, sometimes a guillotine is just a guillotine. Oh, gosh darn it. Wow, we almost died to the first pair of enemies. Yeah, you know, guys, it's one of the more conventional dungeons. It's easy, I tell you. Oh, of course. Of course. Why is it always sewers? Oh, who are you? I guess that's the Lionedale colors, yeah. Because we had not seen those colors before. Okay, just needed to make sure we were nice and safe. Armor worn by knights sworn to defend the royal capital of Lionedale. Its left breast is emblazoned with a symbol of Erdtree worship, said to have been imbued with an incantation of protection. Sounds about right. I'd like to think I would have seen that, but I'll thank that friend anyway. Imps are quite resourceful. I'll give them that. Lightning Scorpion Charm. A talisman carried by assassins who strike unseen, patterned on a scorpion freshly shed of its exoskeleton, its claws seizing a heart that sparks with lightning, raises lightning power but lowers damage negation. The ghost flame I keep thinking that there are friends running around, and these imp statues on either side of us here are frightening. Yeah, we've not seen these before. Oh, wow, okay. Yep. So this is the other side of that cage, I would presume. Or is it? Or did we just screw up? No, this is, I think, the other side. These friends just want hugs. Magic grease, golden rune, dragon, apostles. Oh my gosh, 2 of them. Thank you, iframes. Works for me. See you later, friends. I am not above that. Whoops. Okay then, so how do we deal with this? Do we just run and hope for the best? Those spikes scare me. Okay, well, we might as well deal with this friend first, actually. Amazing that he would just be standing there with his back to you. Sorry, friend. You got some fancy armor, though. I appreciate that. Okay, because there, at minimum, there's some grave violet there. Though that appears to be it. Alrighty then, back to the entrance. All of these friends are now just walking around. Whoa! What would that trap have done, I wonder? Alright, so from here, I suppose we're just continuing on in the Leyndell open world areas. Not really sure there's much else to do. Oh, sometimes an elevator isn't just an elevator because there's a second story here. Gosh darn it. Yeah, of course. Okay, well, there's Grave Glovewort there, so there's that, but... Couldn't they have just put that at the bottom of the elevator? All of these elevator puzzles and secrets annoy me. They probably shouldn't, but they do. Because you're always having to be sort of on the lookout for secrets. Whoops. Yeah, I don't think we need to rest. Let's just go for it. Oh, gosh darn it. That's bad. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh. One more hit. Thank you. Glovewort Picker's Bell Bearing. Okie dokes. Shall we go see what that gives us? I guess it's just, yeah, it's a Glovewort Picker, so it's just going to be Glovewort, isn't it? Okay, so we can hand that in some other time. So... yeah, I guess we want to go to the Altus Plateau because I didn't want to see whether that was an Evergaol there. So let's go here now. Okay, actually, I just remembered. Oh, I don't have my HUD on. Sorry, capturing thumbnail images again. I just remembered that we did not, one of these branches led up somewhere. To the left was the Prince of Death's throne, or the Across the Roots site of grace, but to the right was something else. So we have 59,000 runes. I have a feeling we're gonna die here at least once, but let's give it a shot all the same. Trying to remember where we even climbed up. It's not even been that long. So something else I noticed in the, while editing the previous episode. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. Oh gosh darn it. I thought maybe we could roll through it. Is that when we were fighting Lich Dragon Fortisax, oh, you know what we can do here actually is just there we go. That's a bit easier. When we were fighting Lich Dragon Fortisax... no, crud. I should have... okay, hold on. Hold that thought. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, come on. Yes. You really have to be quick here. Quick and decisive. All right. Yeah, we missed this entire area. So when we were fighting Lich Dragon the Fortisax, the skybox looked a fair bit different. It looked almost like a painting. It looked almost like the planet Jupiter. When you look at the planet Jupiter, do we have auto hide HUD on? Oh, yes, we do. It looked almost like the planet Jupiter. And yeah, you look at it here and it looks just dull brown tan color. So yeah, not sure what to make of that, but that's definitely a thing. So yeah, not sure how much we missed over here. Oh, I cannot even look at the map for some reason. Oh, presumably because the dragon friends, the gargoyle friends are still aggro to us. Wow, I did not think we missed all that much. I thought maybe it was just an area with a couple items or something. That was close. So after we're done here, also just thinking about what we have left to do, We have lots left to do, obviously, in the Altus Plateau. We've barely started the Altus Plateau. But right near the Grand Lift of Dectus, there is what looks like an Evergaol. So we're definitely going to want to check that out first. Oh, come on. And then we're also probably going to want to speak with Brother Corin. And so I should try to remember not to use all of these runes. Because... Joy, oh joy. I should probably remember not to use all of these runes because, you know, we've seen already a couple times that when you purchase everything that a given merchant has, they, excuse me, they will often have new dialogue. So I don't believe we've purchased everything Brother Corin has, or at least if we did in the Roundtable Hold, he, I want to say, acquired additional stuff. Okay, so that's the area we've already completed, I believe. Yeah, that's how we reached, or is it? No, don't tell me this place just keeps going. Yeah, I want to say that's this area that we took to get from the Great Waterfall Crest to Deeproot Depths. Gosh darn it, it's too early. Deeproot Depths. Oh, yeah, I just said it again. Deeproot Depths. I did have many deaths in that area, so maybe that's what I was thinking of. It's now Friday, April the 28th. So... is that really all there is over here? That can't be all there is over here. Granted, there was some Grave Glove Ward, or Ghost Glove Ward, I can't remember which one, which, you know, I'm glad to have. But that can't be the whole point of this side area existing. Unless there's something else over here. Oh, okay, so if we had taken this route, we would have been able to go to the across the roots site of grace regardless. Yeah, that... And again, I'm almost certainly missing something. There have been a bunch of areas where there's just nothing happening, like... this, okay, a couple of ants and some Grave Glove Ward. Okay, great. Likewise, at the Moonlight Altar area, we had an entire spot that was just nothing. So, yeah. Not quite sure what to make of that. Okay. I'm satisfied. So let's head to the Altus Plateau finally. Absolutely stunning. So the first place we're going to want to go here is this Evergaol, as I mentioned. It's another one of those immolated friends. Yep, that's an Evergaol. We might have to go around to get down there, though. Yeah, I want to say we'll probably... Would we die jumping that far? Let's see. Yes. Okie dokie. So we have a little camp here we're going to have to deal with first. With some misbegotten friends. This is going to be a rune arc, I'm going to guess. Stone sword key. Darn it. At least I have the category of items correct. I understand the whole item rarity and how it affects the item shiny appearance now. Okay, come on, friend. I know that's like the one advantage you have is your wings, but... Okay. You do your thing. I'll do mine. Oh. Was an adventurer until I took a arrow in the foot. Okay. Thanks for the stone sword key. We both missed. Alright, moving on. More of them over there. Okay. So how the heck do we get down there? Do we just go for it? Let's just go for it. Oh, gosh darn it. Yep. Serves me right, I suppose. Just looking on the map, okay, if it's not there that we access it from, it's here or here. Confusing. Still blown away by whatever technology they're using to create these like holographic banners. It's pretty cool. Oh. Some misbegotten friends there praying. Oh, okay. So there's going to be a cave somewhere. The exit. Oh, stop it. The exit of which will lead there. So we're not meant to be able to access it right away, I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. So we'll have to keep that on our radar. Question is, which cave, though? Oh, okay, or... It's just right here. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, let's go around. So, my thought process in wanting to go to the Evergaol first was, well, it's right there, but, you know, obviously, excuse me. Obviously, it's not, gosh, I'm losing my voice first thing in the morning. Obviously, it's not right there now, but we do have a sense of where it is. I have a feeling there's going to be a trap here somewhere. Yep. Who are you? Oh no, it's just a gold friend. Okay, sorry, friend. Ah, tranquility indeed. What a beautiful little patch of forest. Oh, my initial instincts were correct. Ah, you friends are quite vulgar, I gotta say. I don't know why I pick all these things up. One day, maybe I'll craft things, and I guess that's why. Alright, so this is one of those we need a stone sword key to activate Golden Lineage Evergaol. So I assume it's going to say you can't enter. The Imp seal is in effect, indeed. Okay, where is the stake of Marika? For reference. Yeah, don't see it anywhere, but I presume we'll spawn by there, so if we happen to not survive this, then we should be okay. What was the name of the Evergaol again? Golden Lineage, so interesting. It's gonna be Godric again or something? Ooh, Godefroy the Grafted. So it's like Godric's brother or something? He would have that significant range. Oh. This friend looks very much like Godric, very similar moveset. That dodge was do or die. Godfrey Icon. A legendary talisman depicting the Elden Lord Godfrey raises charge attack power of sorceries, incantations, and skills. Godfrey was a ferocious warrior. When he vowed to become a lord, he took the beast regent Siraj upon his back to suppress the ceaseless lust for battle that raged within. Beast regent Siraj. So Siraj, presumably, is that lion friend who is in the paintings with him? So who is this friend that... They're not like clones, are they? Godfrey and this friend we just... Godefroy or whatever his name was. Because, yeah, just trying to make sense of the whole idea of... Oh my goodness, we could have just taken this path? Okay, well that would have been a bit easier, but... Is that apparent on the map? Kind of, yeah. Whoops. So yeah, so because they look just like... At least they look just like one another. Obviously we've not seen Godfrey in game yet, but... Oh wait, Godfrey. No, we have seen Godfrey. But like we've not seen his human form. Only seen in paintings and whatnot. Or no. Gosh darn it. We've seen Godwyn. It's too early. I've got everything mixed up in my head. Yes, we've seen Godwyn, not Godfrey. Okay. Oh, there was a stake of Marika. Okay, well, doesn't look like there's anything else over here. So, might as well warp back to the Site of Grace. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so there was... It's gonna be junk, isn't it? String. Gosh darn it. I should have known. Well, I did know, but went for it anyway. So, does look like there's a chest down there. We should have gone to the other side. Unless we can make this jump. I want to say we probably can't. We have demi-humans chasing us. Yeah, the frame rate here is nowhere near 60, constant 60, which is frustrating, but given everything we have experienced in the playthrough up to this point, perhaps not at all surprising. Sorry, I'm losing my voice again. I don't know what's going on. Word of advice, if you're ever about to do a recording for YouTube or something, or a podcast or whatever, anything that requires your voice to be clear and requires you to enunciate your words properly, don't do a fluoride rinse right before. Yeah, I feel like the frame rate is like closer to 25 or 30 here than it is to 60. And again, I know I've complained about the frame rate constantly throughout this playthrough, but is it Ballista somewhere or something? Oh, there. Whoops. Sorry, friend, your plan is, yeah, not working. Yeah, why isn't it like in Dark Souls 2 where you can just use the Ballista yourself? The state of your defenses here, friends, it's not flattering. This is a massive camp, though. It's embarrassing how often those ghosts sort of... how often those ghosts scare me. Hello? How close do you have to be for them to see you? Fairly close. It's okay, friend. I don't imagine you have a health insurance plan, so I understand. So the sigil on these banners is obviously the Erdtree. I'm still processing from the previous episode. I'm still obviously processing a lot from the previous episode, as I mentioned earlier. But one thing I'm really processing still is the idea that the Elden Ring basically fell from the sky. It was a beast that fell from the sky and then became the Elden Ring. Like, how the heck did that happen? A mystery, obviously, to hopefully be resolved over the course of this playthrough, but it's remarkable how much of the story can kind of be reduced. Why is it always rolling? It can be kind of reduced to things fell from the sky and then things happened. Or things fell from the sky and the inhabitants of the world all tried to mold those things, use those things to their advantage. And, you know, they didn't fully understand what they were doing. Great Shield Talisman. Talisman depicting a knight holding a great shield, boosts guarding ability. The Knights of Leyndell once modeled themselves after the Tree Sentinels. Their purpose is to protect that which deserves protection, and thus the shield always comes before the sword. Question is, of course, when you say things like that, is who decides who's worth protecting? And on what basis are they making that decision? Because such questions are not always straightforward. That's the Erdtree Gazing Hill, I believe, yes. Troll's Golden Sword. Sword given to the lesser giants who fought for the Erdtree during the war against the giants long ago. Though they have lost their minds, they stay inseparable from their swords that are in sad shape, such that the gold plating had flaked away. Skill, Troll's Roar. Look into the distance and let out an intense roar, generating a powerful shockwave that blows back surrounding foes. Follow up with a strong attack to slam the armament down. So lesser giants who fought against the giants. It's a very interesting idea. And so I wonder if that's similar to what we've been learning about with the, oh god, the frame rate here is terrible. I wonder if that's similar to what we've been learning about, there's a lot of stuff about class in this game and classism, obviously I've expressed my very strong feelings about our small handful of encounters, 2 or 3 encounters with Kenneth Haight in this game. And I argued that Kenneth Haight was being racist, like he was also being classist, but he was first and foremost being well, not first and foremost, because in this society, class is based on race, seemingly. So if he's being classist, he's also being racist. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff about class, and perhaps you would describe it as a caste system almost, where you not only have lower classes within particular castes that are treated poorly, but also that many of them have started to rebel as a result of that mistreatment. So we saw that with the Misbegotten, of course, in the Morn Castle. Gosh, the grass is not even loading in until we get there. It's just dreadful. Pop in. We saw that with the Misbegotten friends, and we will apparently be seeing it with the giants at some point. Oh gosh, I tried to roll. I don't know what happened there. Oops. And daggers. So yeah, just something for us to think about going forward, because there is, as I mentioned, a lot of that stuff in this game that we've seen up to this point, so I find that very intriguing. So this trench here, yeah, they've set up this wall all along this trench, seems to have been very well protected. As you might expect. So I guess we'll continue following it in that direction. And then we'll loop back around and see what Father Corrin, Brother Corrin, Father Corrin. See what Brother Corrin is up to. I can't remember the extent to which we explored any of this, if at all. I want to say not at all, because it looks like that leads here, wherever that is. Now, this is the Seethwater River here. Okay, so we'll go speak with Brother Corrin. Gosh, and then we could also go up here. There's, yeah, overwhelming number of choices here. But, you know, I am keen to use all of these runes. So we'll stick to our initial plan, which is to go see what's up to Brother Corrin, and then we'll figure out where we want to go from there. So I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. What is this yellow thing? Oh. Foliage. There's a barely textured converted tower. That looks so bad. Oh, a Church of Marika as well. Oh! That's that friend we saw right near Flying Dragon Aegon. We've not seen him for quite some time. The first defense of Leyndell, a sovereign alliance rots from within. Traces yet remain of bloody conspiracy. Bloody conspiracy. So, I'm reminded just by that description that we still have much to learn about the Lord of Blood. There's still much we do not know about the Lord of Blood. I don't know if that's what that is referencing. I actually don't think it is, but I think the conspiracy being referenced there is probably the Knight of the Black Knives. I almost said Knight of the Long Knives again. That tower's still not textured. Hello?
Eleonora. It seems I am no match for you, but I've learned a thing or two myself. You see, I've sliced the finger off. Please. Please, Eleonora. Yield to the cesspool no longer. Do not stain the immaculacy of your sword, your flesh, your fire.
Okay, rip friend. He said he sliced his finger. Okay. Bloody Finger vanquished. Purifying Crystal Tear. Eleonora's Pole Blade. Sacred Tear. Okay, I'm very confused. Let's read some item descriptions. Purifying Crystal Tear. A crystal tear forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. Can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction purifies the curse from Moog, Lord of Blood's terrifying Rite of Blood. So maybe that gravestone was referencing the Lord of Blood. Nagakiba, katana with a ferociously long blade, signature weapon of Yura, Hunter of Bloody Fingers. Reminiscent of a reinforced spear, its imposing length can be put to good use with powerful thrusting attacks. Skill Piercing Fang, skill used by Yura, the Bloody Finger Hunter. Starting with the blade held horizontally makes a powerful thrust that cannot be blocked. Eleonora's Pole Blade, twinned Naginata forged in the Land of Reeds. Chosen weapon of Eleonora, Violet Bloody Finger. Her mastery of the sword was such that her onslaught was likened to a whirlwind, but now her legacy is stained by accursed blood. Unique skill, Bloodblade Dance. Leap at foe to perform a flurry of tornado-like attacks. Follow up with an additional input to perform an attack that ends in an evasive maneuver. So she's from the Land of Reeds, which I want to say is this essentially Japan of this game, based on some of the item descriptions we've read thus far. In particular, the one that talks about how the Land of Reeds was fairly isolationist for a period, which again more or less describes Japan during a particular historical era. But also she reminds me kind of Lady Maria from Bloodborne, but maybe that's just the whole blood thing, and the weapon, you know, kind of like Lady Maria's weapon, the name of which, I'm sorry everyone, I've completely forgotten at this point. It's been 7 years or so since I've played Bloodborne, so okay. I'm sad there's no Site of Grace here so that we can check in with Melina again. Oh, and speaking of which, so that is another item I had on my list that I've not addressed yet. But, you know, I've questioned about Melina and, like, you know, why these sound effects I'm hearing? I've questioned about Melina and why, you know, we're only seeing her at sites of grace and stuff, and... Okay, FromSoft, what is happening here? Unless it's supposed to look like that, which... I feel like it's not. Oh. Okay then. I take it back. Oh no. Oh no, what is this? No. Oh, I swear to God, I just shivered. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh my God, okay, I lost my train of thought. Okay, I was talking about Melina. My current working hypothesis with Melina is that, you know, we heard from Ronnie that she was basically being groomed to be Queen Marika's replacement as the vessel for the Elden Ring. She didn't want to do that, which, you know, fair enough. Okay, we could go down there. I'm not going to do that, though, because we want to check out what's going on here, despite how horrified I am by it. So we found out she was being groomed to be Melina's replacement. Or sorry, rather to be Queen Marika's replacement. And so, in my mind, it makes sense that Melina is the actual replacement. And so it totally makes sense why Melina is only speaking to us at sites of grace. And the reason for that is that, of course, all of the sites of grace are connected to the Erdtree. So, yeah, it stands to reason that she's sort of projecting herself from the Erdtree to the sites of grace. And that's how we're sort of communicating with her. So, you know, working hypothesis is that Melina is probably one of the final bosses of the game. Or at minimum that she's going to be a boss we have to face when we reach the Erdtree. God, I'm terrified. Okay, now I feel bad. Michaelis Lily, okay. That was not what I was expecting there. I was expecting that friend to put up a much greater fight than that. Didn't expect sadness. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so what is this here then? Guess we're going to the Erdtree regardless. Brother Corin, you better be holding on to those those incantations, friend. Monster. Oh. Oh, oh. I somehow don't imagine that was intended. Thank you. Are they just standing behind all the trees or something? Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Oh, I don't like it. I'm not a fan. Touch 3 phantom crests. Okay, that's one. Second one was over here in this corner. I was thinking it was one of those, like, mines that we've been finding. never seen imps in ghost form. I didn't think we have anyway. So that's intriguing. I have about an hour before work starts. But also, we had a hard time getting Aurelia of Astora to Mirage Rise. Okay. We had a hard time getting... Oh, so once we touch all three, the Mirage will return. The tower will return, rather. It's very interesting. You know, I gotta apologize to FromSoft for making fun of their texturing of that particular tower. Because, of course, yeah, it was intended to look like that. The third of 3 in every puzzle in this game gives me so much trouble. There's a Site of Grace over there. So, yeah. So, in other words, I'm going to continue playing for this particular recording session until it's time for work or Aurelia of Astora wakes up. Don't know what time that will be, though, given her late bedtime. Parenting is very hard. Very, very hard. You certainly end up getting used to basically having no sleep. Because otherwise, yeah, I would not. There'd be no way I would have time for recording. I'm going to assume these friends inflict you with Death Blight. Yeah, that looks like Death Blight. And they're also, if you look closely, you can see that there are like worms or parasites or something that they're spewing out. You can see them in the mist. Yeah, it's Death Blight. So in the previous episode, I was talking about or questioning why it was that Sorcerer Rogier became... that Death Blight seems to have made him half of one of those who live in death friends. He was half dead, essentially, or half rotting. Gosh, where is this third phantom? The third of every one of these puzzles gives me so much trouble. So, with Rogier, we heard that he no longer sees the guidance of grace. So we're just going to light this. We're not going to sit just yet. I don't want to respawn all these friends. Which I don't know if you've noticed up to this point, but the only time you are going to be seeing ads on these videos is when I sit at a Site of Grace. And that's because, to me, it just seems like the most natural place for an ad break, where it's not being inserted into something such that it disrupts the flow of the episode, or, you know, it's not going to annoy anyone, so, or at least I hope not. And so, yeah, when I don't sit at a Site of Grace, that's me foregoing an ad break for the purpose of, you know, making sure that the episode continues to flow well. So, yeah. And so we heard about Sorcerer Rogier, that he no longer sees the guidance of grace. So I'm not clear on the sequence of events involved. However, it's possible that the reason why the Death Blight affected him in the way it did is simply that he was no longer seeing the guidance of grace. So he was no longer, in a sense, to use a term from Dark Souls, he was no longer a chosen undead, so to speak. So or, you know, in Bloodborne, for instance, the player character, Hunter, is not affected by the blood in the same way that, by blood ministration in the same way that most other people in the world are. So, similar idea that the player character is special in some way. You compare that to Sorcerer Rogier, we are still seeing the guidance of grace, and by virtue of that, for one reason or another, we are immune from the effects of Deathblight. You know, obviously it still kills us, but then we respawn and everything is fine. So we're not, don't become afflicted with death in the same way that Sorcerer Rogier was. So anyway, that's my preliminary attempt at an explanation. And yeah, I'm already annoyed at this, because they make the first two so easy, but then the last one is always such a challenge. I want to say it's going to be like somewhere towards the end of the area, basically. And I get so annoyed at this every time. What's the name of this site of grace? Just Bower of Bounty. Ah, because it just eats up my recording time. I see some jellyfish friends. Okay, so that's the minor Erdtree. Okay, there's a cave somewhere. Oh, gosh darn it. Woodfolk ruins. Okay, we're gonna have to re-explore all of this, because I am just trying to find the... phantom thing. Okay, so I'm going to suggest that the third thing we need to find is somewhere in this basin here. God, the noises of these friends is really freaking me out. So, yeah, I guess we just need to... Maybe we'll try to clear out the basin. And then hopefully we will find it somewhere. It's now Saturday, April the 29th, 7 in the morning. I hope you're all still having a fantastic day. These friends, I imagine, are not having a fantastic day. They're all in unison. Which I'm laughing, like they could be praying or something. Sorry, friends. Why is it just watching? Yeah, it's funny we started by saying, yeah, thing number one on our list. We're going to go to the Evergaol, deal with the Evergaol. Thing number two, we're going to go buy some incantations from Brother Corin. And yeah, that's sort of fallen by the wayside. So perhaps what we'll do is we'll aim to make that our goal for the episode, to actually make it back to Brother Corin. Friend? I don't know if it's supposed to be floating, but insofar as you are, well done. Cold tinged excrement. What is this? Okay, that's interesting. Is that an NPC? What are you? I can't see. Oh, is that one of those Aldrich's goo friends? Yeah, not sure. Oh, it's just a Lord Sworn friend. Oh. He's actually using a perfumer's technique. That's very interesting, actually. Oh, get wrecked, though. Oh, they're slugs. Okay, I think... Maybe I'm imagining this, but I'm reasonably certain. Although we did have... In one of the dungeons, there was a... I was going to say frozen slug. A... invisible slug. I mentioned earlier in this playthrough that there was a story about slugs in my Demon Souls playthrough. And yeah, I would still suggest going to check out that playthrough. You know, it's kind of rough in the sense that obviously now there's a much better looking version of Demon Souls that isn't buggy or as buggy as that version of the game was that I played, the PS3 version. Particularly given that, yeah, the servers were just in terrible shape at that point in time. But essentially the story is that, you know, my mom used to, you know, my mom is a lovely and kind woman, as you might imagine. And, you know, I think she, you know, I was going to say, I assume everyone thinks this of their mother, but I know it's probably not the case. I'm very lucky in that I have just wonderful parents who did a tremendous job of raising me. They're very kind and understanding and supportive. But yeah, she hated slugs and got really annoyed when slugs were... when slugs would undermine her gardening. Oh, the tree behind us looks like Regret's hair. And so, you know, one way to deal with slugs, if you're not aware, is to put salt on them. And they, something about like the acidity or whatever, you know, I'm not a biologist or chemist or anything, but one thing about the acidity or of whatever of their bodies is such that essentially salt kills them. And so, yeah, my mom used to salt slugs. Gosh, the soundscape here is dreadful. This is a giant friend? Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna need another regret here, I think. And so, yeah, a parallel part of this story is that okay, that's a tree guardian. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. Oops. A parallel part of this story is that at that point in time, you know, you're a kid, whatever, you just don't think about these things. Anytime there was a can of pop open in the house and, you know, if I was thirsty, didn't really think about who was having the can of pop and how long it had been there. Oh, is this... Oh my goodness. Wormface, okay. Oh, this is bad. A boss version of this friend is bad news. Because that is a huge cloud. And, so... Oh, gosh darn it. Essentially... Okay, that answers my question as to whether the summons can be... The ashes can be afflicted with death blight. Oh my goodness. So long story short, I used to drink pop anytime I came across it in our house. And one day I came into the garden to find my mom gardening, saw a can of pop on the counter there, and decided, yeah, that looks good, I'll have some. I drank it and got a mouthful of slugs and salt. So, yep. So that's the slug revenge story. So that's why anytime I come across slugs in video games, oh no, oh no, oh no, it's bad. Oh gosh, darn it. My working hypothesis is typically that, oh, that's not what we wanted. Oh, that was really close. So that's why anytime we come across slugs in a video game, my assumption is always that the slugs are out for revenge for the things that my mother did to them, and also for the things I accidentally did to them as well. Get wrecked, Wormface. Crimson Spill Crystal Tear. Speckled Hard Tear. A crystal tear forms slowly over the ages where the Erdtree's bounty falls to the ground. It can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction temporarily raises one's maximum HP. A crystal, okay, can be mixed in the flask of wondrous physic. The resulting concoction temporarily raises all resistances and heals all status elements. Okay, that's interesting. I want to say that we already grabbed the item from here yesterday or the day before. Indeed. Okay, yeah. I got totally thrown off by that boss fight. So I was so worried we were gonna die there, and then we were gonna have to start clearing this place all over again. And I suppose, you know, we absolutely do not have to clear this place. But just in terms of simplifying our search, I think that's probably the easiest way to go about what we need to do. It is so dark here. Okay, we're right on the edge of whatever this basin is. Frightening. Hi, slug friends. I'm sorry for for what I did to you. I'm pretty sure in my Demon's Souls playthrough, I told the story in a much more succinct and captivating way. So if you were unsatisfied with the slug story just now, I suggest going to check out that playthrough, because, you know, even though you'll hear me in that playthrough complaining about sleep and things like that, that was obviously before I had a child, so sleep was, at that point in time, a lot easier to come by than it is now, despite how I make it sound in that playthrough. It's late night, which is interesting because it's actually seemingly getting brighter gosh, dreadful frame rate. Not anywhere close. Oh. There's the windmills. So we read something about the windmills. I think that had to do with how to find Volcano Manor. That's where we just were. So, yeah, obviously we've already found Volcano Manor. Okay, here is a new friend. I'm scared. I think she would cut her legs off given the chance. Oh, okay. Okay, that one is swinging something around. I'm really scared, so I'm going to leave that for now. We're going to come back to that. Okay, they're aggroed on me. So I think what we heard about the windmills was that Volcano Manor is past the town with the windmills. So, yeah. So we are going to want to proceed in that direction at some point. Past the town with the windmills. So here is the town with the windmills. And then it's actually nowhere even close. So yeah, we'll have to come back to that in any case and figure that out. It reminds me almost of Hemwick Charnel Lane from Bloodborne. And it's perhaps nothing more than, you know, there are a bunch of women there who perhaps don't seem like they're all there. And are, you know, somewhat intimidating as well. Ash of War Golden Slam. So I think we've already had that, I believe. So yeah, so we are going to want to, obviously we already have access to the Volcano Manor, but we don't know what's around the area, so we are going to want to clear the area in front of there, or leading to it, in the same manner that we did with Redmane Castle, where we had warped to Redmane Castle, but where is that tree guardian going? Gosh, like, this area really make you feel like you're going crazy, because it's just chatter everywhere. I'm sorry, slugs. And yeah, so in the same manner we warped to Redmane Castle and then later cleared the path leading to it. We're going to want to do that with Volcano Manor here as well. Another thing we're going to want to do before proceeding in the direction of the capital is check out where the Seethwater Ruins leads. Seethwater Ruins. Seethwater River. And I imagine, actually, that is almost certainly what leads to the Road of Iniquity, which leads in turn to the Volcano Manor. So maybe we'll leave that for the next episode. And for this episode, we'll see if we can clear everything leading up to what are those friends doing? So we might as well see where this cave is. So we'll clear everything leading up to that windmill town. Huge collection of friends here. It is almost like they're praying. Because they're like unresponsive. So, feeling really bad as I'm saying that, but again, oh wait, I completely lost the ghost. Whoops. Ah, well, I have no attention span this early in the morning, as you might expect. Where to, ghost friend? Lead the way. I am paying attention this time. I see you. It's gonna be another Erdtree Catacombs. I hear a lot of friends. Is it always good luck? Oh, unless he's just leading us here. Although that looks like it would be up on the upper level. Okay, there are many friends there. Oh my gosh, they're having a conference. Beanpole ahead. I was trying to remember what was the in the message system in Dark Souls 1 and I think Dark Souls 2 that there was fatty and beanpole, the two like body type messages. Okay, so it is just leading to this cave. Well, indeed. Okay, so once again, I know that I promised that I would just do all the areas as we came across them. I'm gonna break that promise temporarily at Altus Tunnel, because we have yet to clear out this area, and we really need to finish clearing out this area, because I've already let one of those puzzles best me. I really don't want to let another puzzle best me. And key, I believe, to resolving this puzzle is finishing the act of clearing this area. So that's what we're going to do. Friends, I'm not going in there. You gotta come out to me. Away from the mist, please. Thank you. Oh no, that's bad. I'm so paranoid of Deathblight now. Ooh, that's quite the attack you got there. Whoop whoop. Much like the basilisks, their strength is definitely in numbers. Oh, I did not see that coming. Wrath of Gold. I'm going to assume that is the same as Wrath of the Gods, which is interesting that it still has WOG as the acronym. Superior Erdtree Worship Incantation produces a golden shockwave that knocks back nearby foes. Charging increases the size of the shockwave. This incantation was discovered when the Elden Ring was shattered, and it was feared as a sign of the Erdtree's wrath. So I think that would more accurately be described as akin to force. Whereas WOG actually had a, Wrath of the Gods had a, produced damage. Whereas force just knocks you back. So, not sure if this one actually has damage associated with it or not. Alrighty, a bunch of slugs and a few more of these friends here. Sorry, slug friends. So, are we to interpret from this that the worm faces are like, are they slug human hybrids or something? Yeah, it's weird. The whole thing is very strange. Oh. Okay, it really is Slug's revenge here. Regret, I need you. Well, hello, Regret. Slugs are out for revenge, Regret. Yeah, I think these are the last friends, essentially, that we've not yet dealt with. Oh, nice one, Regret. Thank you, Regret. And indeed, I questioned previously whether the Mimic Tier had just whatever you had equipped, because last time I had my Catalyst equipped. And so did the Mimic Tier. This time, they have their Buckler. Okay, see ya, friend. Icon Shield. So that confirms that hypothesis. Great shield painted with a divine scene, the recipients of a blessed tear from the Erdtree. Recipients, so someone receiving a blessed tear, and you can see the tear just sort of dropping into the goblet on the bottom. An item that looks back fondly on the age of plenty. The divine scene acts in and of itself as a sacred invocation, gradually restoring the carrier's HP. Again, I mentioned previously that, yeah, there were ideas, gosh darn it, during the time of Dark Souls 1, of like, maybe you can make a build with all the various different health regeneration items and equipment that would, you know, basically you'd never have to heal. And I always thought that was a really cool idea. But I don't know if that was ever actually achieved, or if you could achieve it in a game like this. I suppose it's entirely possible. Okay, you know what? I'm beginning to think, oh, gosh darn it. Maybe it's in the town or something? So yeah, you know what? Let's just proceed. Because I'm reasonably certain we've murdered everything in this area. I don't hear any more slithering anywhere. It's just the sound of trees. Okay, into the town. Emwick Charnel Lane, the second. Okay, that was quicker than I was expecting. And more delay than I expected. It looks like she's wearing like a religious garb of some sort. I just quit it with the golden runes. That's bad. They're all coming out of the woodwork, literally. Oh, that was an interesting looking weapon. What a quaint little town. Yeah. It's like a floral wreath. Alrighty, there's a scarab here and a bannerman over there. A couple of them actually. Or Lord Sorn, or whatever you want to call them. Friends, we'll call them friends. Oh, stop. Protection of the Erdtree. A superior incantation of Erdtree worship. Increased damage negation for all affinities except physical, for both the caster and nearby allies. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. In the beginning, everything was in opposition to the Erdtree, but through countless victories in war, it became the embodiment of order. Okay, you know, I didn't suspect at any point that the Erdtree was somehow like a noble force, but more and more it's seeming like the Erdtree is itself sort of like an imperial entity. So yeah, that's the thing. Gilded foot soldier cap, flanged cap made from gilded iron, issued to foot soldiers protecting the royal capity of Lyondell. So they're foot soldiers. I was describing them as bannermen, I think. what's going on there. You know, I've been meaning to ask, like, is D, or, you know, the twins that are known as D, are they conjoined twins? And, you know, now we have a precedent for that other than D. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Dreadful Aegon. Smoldering Butterfly. Okay. We are, I think... This path would lead eventually to Volcano Manor, but we are obviously trying to clear this town here. And it looks actually like it's quite significant in terms of its size, so there's an item on these rooftops here. At least I thought I saw an item. Maybe it was on the other side? Oh, here. Oh, nope. Why did I think I saw an item there? Poison grease. Still looking for this stinking, I don't remember what it was called, sigil icon, whatever that thing is we need to touch. So again, this path would lead there, but we want to go to the right. Although, where does this one lead? That one, oh, so this would lead basically to the capital. So that's the capital here, so we want to go this way. Dominula, Windmill Village. Site of Grace here. Okay, that is very unsettling. You know, they're just having fun. Can't blame them for that. Okay, now I've given up on that puzzle. So to use these runes, we might as well go speak with Brother Corin. After we speak with Brother Corin, we'll return to the Windmill Village, see if maybe we can find that icon there. I doubt that very much. Pretty sure we've already looted this tree here. And then we will go deal with that dungeon, because I know that some of you are going to be very upset about that. The fact that I walked away from the dungeon, so we will rectify that ASAP. Oh no, we might have to... Oh, okay, no, they're turning around. Good stuff. Hi, friend.
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
I would like to learn several, actually. I think we already got that dialogue about Gold Mask, but we will have to double check and make sure. Clearing you out.
I'm yet to find the noble gold mask. I suppose he'll be closer to the Erdtree. The path ahead might be perilous, but tread it I shall. Since departing the Roundtable Hold, I've come to understand, in my solitude, how little it is.
Oh, yes. We have indeed. I do remember that dialogue.
May the Golden Order shine through you.
And you. Okay, we're going to do a safe quit to see if anything changes.
Ah, you appear to be doing well. Very good. Well then, would you like to learn an incantation? May the Golden Order shine through you.
Okie dokie. Whoops. So we just use what? It's not too many runes. 30,000 or something. I don't feel too bad. Okay. So, let's go to the Windmill Village. It's so unsettling. Oh man. Yeah, so in that sense it does remind me of, well, the camera does a weird jerky motion there. We need another 20,000 runes, so we might as well just level up. Again, I'm reminded of my idea to make a video series, the soundscapes of Elden Ring, and you know, this is another one of those places I would add to that list that would absolutely be part of that series. Frightening. Okay. Ooh, eek, I hear a festive melody. No, no, don't skin me. My hide is filthy, I swear. So we have those flowers here. Item, oh item, where? Thanks. Oh my goodness. There are so many of them. Okay, there are misbegotten friends there. Ooh. Hi, bird friends. Celebrant's skull. Large bludgeon decorated with flowers and many colored fabrics. Ceremonial tool used by dancers during the festivities of Dominula Windmill Village. The striking end is a skull too large to be a human, or too large. Pardon me. The striking end is a skull too large in size to be human. Grants trace amounts of runes on landing attacks. So, does that pacify the villagers? so, that would be very interesting. Let's see. I have a feeling we're going to regret this. How much damage are we doing with this? 182 versus the 700 plus we were doing. 193, okay. Hi friends, I'm here to partake in the festivities. Oh. Oh hee 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 hee. Oh hee hee hee. Ha 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 ha. Hey hee 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 hee. Okay. Okay, I have no idea if it's because I changed my weapon or not. I'm going to assume not, but I also don't want to mess with a good thing. If they want to be my friend, I am up for that. I'm down for friendship. Time for magic mushroom. Good one. I'm so afraid it's gonna end soon, but I'm enjoying it while it lasts. Okay, so these women here. These women here are the leaders of the crew, seemingly, or at least they have these headpieces on. Oh. Will this aggro them? I'm so afraid. Rune Arc. Ah, no. Okay, I gotta learn the dance. See, and then spin. It's hard to go as slowly as they do. You know, these friends are just having a good time. Gosh, it really just... This part of my laughter is like genuine laughter, and part of it is just like nervous laughter / terror. Oh my goodness, what a soundscape. Oh no. Oh no. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. I need my weapon. Where's my weapon? There it is. Oh gosh darn it. Okay, she also has the same weapon. Whoops, okay. So I don't think the weapon had a pacifying effect. I think it's just that some of them are aggressive and some are not. So these are stables. My goodness. Unsettling to say the least. There's doggos here. Holy proof dried liver. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 Offer armor. Is that a reference to Sigurd from Dark Souls 3? If so, bravo. Oh, gosh darn it. Sorry, friend. Seek joy. Okay, almost at the peak. That's for summoning people, or for enabling summons, I should say. Which suggests that we might be getting near a boss. Oh gosh darn it. Really, if Astora has better depth perception than that. And hers is obviously still developing. Though it has improved since the last time I've talked about her depth perception. Previously it was just, you know, she saw something in front of her and would just sort of clasp her hands and try to grab it, irrespective of how far it was from her, which is hilarious. But yeah, she's since improved, as you might expect. It's just a void in front of us, mist. For a second I thought the windmill was going to knock us off. Oh, yeah, this is the boss of the area, seemingly. Oh, is it a Godskin Apostle? Indeed, you can see the face on their back. Frightening, okay. So are they responsible for all the bonkers stuff that's happening here, I wonder? Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, dodged too early. The experience we gained against this friend in the Caelid Tower definitely helped us out there. Unique twin blade wielded by Godskin Apostles. Characterized by its disturbing design, one end features a sickle for slicing attacks, while the other boasts a winding spike for boring into flesh. Much skill is required to wield this weapon due to its asymmetric nature. Skill, Black Flame Tornado. Spin armament overhead and then plunge it into the ground to summon a raging vortex of black flames. Hold to create an initial flame tornado while spinning the armament. Scouring Black Flame, a black flame incantation of the Godskin Apostles. Sweeps a wide area before the caster with black flame, charging enhances range. The black flame could once slay gods, but when Malekith sealed destined death, The true power of the black flame was lost. So we've heard about this concept of destined death over and over again. And so I want to assume that destined death is essentially the opposite of the undead curse, in the sense that when he's sealing destined death, he's creating undead. So destined death meaning we all eventually die and return to roots, so to speak. We all achieve Erdtree Burial, I guess. Oh, and we also... Oops, sorry. I also picked up this earlier, which gives Sweet Raisin and Warming Stone. So, I want to say that we've already... Yeah, we've definitely already read Warming Stone, and Sweet Raisin is just, yeah, on to raise Torrent's HP, or to restore Torrent's HP, I should say. Windmill Heights. Okay, so the Godskin Apostle then is somehow responsible, seemingly, for the state of the town. But how and why? Okay. Again, I still have virtually no sense of the fall damage in this. This woman is gonna attack us? Or not? Gosh, easy to get overstimulated here. There's just so much going on. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's head to the Altus Tunnel. Oh, gosh darn it. I want to say that this is one of those elevators that are not just... that isn't just an elevator place. I thought I might have seen a place where you can jump off. Yeah. Indeed. Don't know if there's actually any items there, though. Oh, crud. I think if there are, they're probably up there. Said before, and I'll say again. Why can't an elevator just be an elevator? Although it it does look like, in this case, an elevator is, in fact, just an elevator. And for one reason or another, there's just an alternate route down. Okay, an Avionette friend. That's interesting. Whoa, and that's a type of chest we have not seen yet, I don't think. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to apply. Oh, gosh darn it. I meant to downvote that message. Put it farther away from the chest, please. Rune Arc. When you drop a message in front of something, it shouldn't impede what someone is trying to do. Because then your messages are just annoying. I don't know, maybe I'm just tired and cranky. I sleep at best maybe like, I don't know. I think a good night's sleep for me nowadays is 6 hours. On days like this where I'm getting up to record, it's like 4.5 or 5. So, yeah. My apologies if after episode 30 of this series, I end up just being super crabby and grumpy. Sorry, friend. I know you're just working, but your contemporaries have tended to attack me as soon as I've walked by, so I just can't trust you. Interesting, this place seems to be run by avionettes. Quite crafty, these friends. This place would be a boon for smithing stone. So I imagine, yeah, if you're doing a new build or something, this game does a good job of making it easy to try different things, because like the start of the game, in theory, you could just run here. Although, no, I guess you would have to go through the rune-strewn precipice and stuff, but in any case, there are tunnels throughout the game. And if you know, using a wiki or something, just go through the list of tunnels. Okay, I need to go here to get these smithing stones, here to get these ones, and you can presumably anyway upgrade your weapons quite quickly using that kind of approach. And that's all down to this idea of the tunnels. And yeah, I really like it, especially from a lore perspective as well. The fact that the upgrade materials actually come from somewhere in the world, and they're not just some, you know, mysterious item that you know, I guess in the other games, the Titanite chunks and whatnot. Oh, the frame rate is dreadful. Also came from... Oh, we've already... Gosh darn it, going backwards. That, in the other games, the upgrade materials definitely came from places, but it's a nice addition, the fact that, you know, this is the place where these things are actually mined. Oh, no. Are you... Gosh darn it. One of those void friends. So, presumably, anyway, one of those creatures became the Erdtree. Because so much of this game is things falling from the sky, which I find fascinating. And, you know, earlier I hypothesized I think this is going to be the boss room. Sorry, friends, but again, anytime I've left you alone, you've tried to murder me. Yeah, that's definitely the boss room, and it looks like there's a Crystalian in there, so... Okay, so do we want to just... Maybe we'll just deal with the Crystalian first and then go for the other friend. And by the other friend, I mean, of course, the Falling Star friend. One more. There we go. Thank you, Ringblade friend, for waiting patiently. Very kind of you. Got some fancy moves there, friend. I think mine are slightly fancier, though. Somberstone Miner's Bell Bearing. So again, presumably that's for somber smithing stones. Which we don't need, so really no point in going to turn that in just yet. We can turn that in later. I delayed it for as long as I possibly could. Oh wait, where was it? It was here. Golden Rune level 7. I hope. Oh gosh darn it, this is going to take a while. See if they can be poisoned. Oh gosh darn it. We are out of poison arrows. Okay, oh, we have 4 fletched ones. Let's see. Okay, I don't think they can be poisoned. I really need to sort out our bow situation. Because we are not doing enough damage, given how often I rely on the bow. Okay, so what the heck do we do here now? Oh, platforming, oh, platforming. Oh, that was scary. Very scary. Arsenal Charm +1. An iron charm that resembles a mass of weaponry, greatly boosts maximum equip load. This talisman was derived from an unusual greatsword once wielded by a hero hungry for vengeance. Oh, hungry for vengeance. Okay. I'm just reminded of the comments in which... So wait, how the heck do we get over there then? There must be another cave or something which connects to this place, because I can see a message down there. Which, in light of the layout of this place, I don't see how that would make any sense. So, Oh, okay. That makes sense. So, yeah, I've been told essentially to check out the Revenger's Shack again. Because we've been there previously. But, okay, is that it? That's all there is down here? Okay, I want to say that that's all there is here. So yeah, before we finish the episode, let's go check out the Revenger's Shack. Where the heck even was that? That was in Liurnia, maybe? Or was it in Limgrave proper? And by Limgrave proper, I mean the Weeping Peninsula. Oh, I think I put it on my list. Yes, indeed. It was in Liurnia. So let's go have a look. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe, so we can approach it, let's go to Converted Tower. So yeah, essentially it's been suggested that I want to say this is the end of Edgar's questline. Because at the time we came here, it was before we had completed... It was before we had completed the Weeping Peninsula. Oh, gosh darn it. That's dreadful. I'm just going to leave them be. Out of embarrassment, I'm just going to run away. And so yeah, so that was before we completed the Weeping Peninsula. And so at the time, there was no, you know, the name made no sense because no one, the person after whom the shack was named. Wait, oh, I just walked by it, whoops. The person after whom the shack was named, like, we hadn't started their quest line yet, so. Oh, are we about to be invaded? Ooh. Okay. So, seeking vengeance on us for some reason, but like you're the... Maybe it's because I called him what he is, which is an idiot. Oh, gosh darn it. Friend. You're the one responsible for your daughter's death, not me. I tried to tell you. Oh, gosh darn it. Okay, well played. You're more formidable than I expected. Oh, Shaburi Grape. Banished Knight's Halberd +8 and raw meat dumpling. A finely crafted halberd, intricately engraved with an ancient motif, given to knights who, whether by misfortune or misdeed, were forced to abandon their homes. Most of these knights were sent to the fringes, where they were forced to start anew, with only despair for company. Okay. There were a couple of other things as well, but I think they were all generic items that we've already read the description for. Oh yeah, Shiburi Grape. Okay. So, the shack now. Okay, we have to read that description. So he murdered a bunch of people, essentially. That's what I'm taking away from that. A pungent raw meatball made succulent by virtue of being on the verge of turning. Restores HP but also poisons the user. Not recommended for those who prefer to know the origins of their meat, or the origin. So in other words, he was eating all of these friends? Yeah, either way, not good. Let's go give the Shabriri grape to Hyetta. Hi, friend.
Hello? Is someone there? Would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light, and when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel the light in the back of my eyes.
That's exactly why we're here. Here you go.
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. That aside, I wonder what Shabriri grapes really are. Delectably tender and sweet, yet searing. What a sight they must be to behold.
Oh, okay. Let's be honest with her.
No. That's not possible. Not all of those people. Their own... So those noises I heard were...
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Is she gonna throw up?
Sorry. I'm alright now. Don't mind me.
Okay, maybe sometimes honesty is not the best policy. I'm sorry, friend. I am really sorry.
I apologize. You only did as I asked. I'll be fine. Think no more of it. I apologize. You only did as I asked.
Oh my goodness.
I apologize. I'll be fine.
Okay, that's my bad. I should not have said anything. Hopefully she's feeling better now.
Ah. Is that you over there? I've gleaned something very important indeed, thanks to you. The reason why it was eyes I had to eat. The distant light is far and frail, so faint it can't be seen by the naked eye. But with everyone's eyes together, it appears. Finally, it all makes sense. I'm certain now. I will be a finger maiden.
Okay, I'm glad you had that revelation, friend.
I've gleaned something very... I'm certain.
Okay, she's certain. She will be a finger maiden. So let's have a rest. Oh dear. Oh gosh, darn it. Now we have to find her again. Ah, okay, a problem for another day. Thank you all very, very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.